Tyree Samson, Samson, and he was 14 years old. He was visiting from his home in Missouri with another family here in Central Florida. So the Orange County Sheriff's Office role in this incident is to determine whether or not this is an accident. And based on all of our preliminary investigation and information, it appears to be a terrible tragedy, but our investigation is still open. All other aspects of the investigation, as far as the ride itself and the safety of the ride, that's investigated by the Florida Department of Agriculture and Consumer Affairs. So again, our prayers and our thoughts are with the family, and we can't imagine what they're going through. So our investigation is still open, but I can take a few questions and just know that this did happen late last night, so we don't have all of the information just yet.
Sheriff Nurse Babcock with News 6. We want to know, are you able to elaborate any bit at all about what specifically happened in this situation? I know you mentioned that FDAX is the one that's going to be investigating the safety of the ride, but this had to have some kind of catalyst here. Are you able to share?
Just that it does appear to be just a tragic situation. So all that's being looked at. Again, our role in this situation is to determine whether or not this is an accident or intentional act, and this does appear just to be a terrible tragedy.
Sheriff, have you seen the video that's been online? At the beginning of that video, it looks like someone who works for the ride had some confusion with people on the ride whether or not they were wearing their seatbelts.
Yeah, so we have looked at that video and actually have had that video flagged because something that awful shouldn't be out there in the public. But it's something that the Department of Agriculture will certainly look at, and obviously we'll look at that as we make a determination if this was accidental or not.
Have your investigators talked to the employees? Did they say that everything was normal before that ride went up? On the video, you hear them say the light was on, everything seemed to be okay.
Correct. Everything seemed to be okay and normal, and obviously we've talked to all the witnesses available and all the employees there, and again, that's part of the open investigation.
What goes into the Orange County Sheriff's Office part of the investigation that makes you believe that this was an accident?
Well, just based on the preliminary information, the investigation, videos, witness statements from everyone involved.
And just to be clear, this child wasn't in town with his family, he was with a friend's family, it sounds like?
That's correct. Tyree was here with a friend's family from the state of Missouri. So, again, we can't imagine what they're going through as a father with boys who go on rides and who frequent amusement parks a lot. It's just a tragic situation.
Does the ride have seatbelts?
What's that?
Can you say if the ride has seatbelts?
I'm not aware of a seatbelt. I know there is a large locking device that's put over each of the passengers. Correct.
A harness?
Right. Some type of large device that's put over the shoulders. Right.
Sheriff, do you know if there's been any reports of any issues with this ride since it opened in December?
So we have not had any reports of any issues with the ride, but again, those are all responsibility of the Florida Department of Agriculture.
So no criminal charges if someone had done anything that was not intentional but didn't, do the right checks or whatever? What would determine whether or not there would be charges here or not?
So that's all part of the investigation. Again, it appears to be just a terrible tragedy, and so we'll see moving forward what that results in.
Were there other seats checked to see if they were working properly after the accident?
One more time.
Were there other seats checked, the other seats on the ride checks to see if they were working properly?
Yeah, so again, our role here is to determine whether or not the death that we're investigating was an accident or not, and so that's what we're in the middle of.
So Sheriff, just to clarify, right now, there's no criminal charges. You think it is an accident, but there still could potentially be charges in the future.
Yeah, so the investigation is open, and obviously, as there are, witnesses and videos that come forward, we're going to be looking at all that. But as of right now, there are absolutely no criminal charges, and again, it appears just to be a terrible tragedy.
And was he on the ride with another young man and another young woman? That was them in that video?
It appears that way. I can't say for sure who was next to him at this point.
Sheriff, you keep mentioning that this was an accident. Are you able, like, did he slip through? Was it like a locking device that you think maybe wasn't working properly? Was it just, I don't, a certain set of circumstances that, no one could have imagined? Can you just elaborate a little bit more there?
So, we're looking into all those things, whether it was a slip, whether he was conscious or not, and that's all part of the investigation, and we'll determine for sure if it was accidental, which, we believe at this point.
Sheriff, do you know if they had, paramedics or anything on scene at that park, or do they get called in?
I'm not aware of paramedics being. I know the fire department was called.
Everybody good? Thank
Uh,
you, Sheriff.
I think.
Do you know at all, Sheriff, when Icon Park may reopen, or is that up to them?
Oh yeah, you'll have to get with Icon Park about that. So.
And he was eligible to ride this ride, right? He met all the requirements in order to do so?
I'm not sure. You'd have to ask Icon Park about that. All right. Thank you.